Hi, I'm Bart Hanson, the owner and operator of CrushLivePoker.com. The following hand comes from our call-in show that we record at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time every Monday. If you want to call in your hand, check out the phone number in the description.
All right, this is 2-5 in Cherokee at the Harrah's, and it's match the stack. Effective stacks are 2250.
All right, so 2-5, Cherokee. Repeat that again. Match the stack. That's cool. So almost uncapped. Yeah. And 2500?
Effective stacks, yep, 2250.
2250. Okay, cool.
And this particular hand is straddled, although they're not all straddled, but this one is.
So it's 2-5-10?
Yep.
Okay.
And this is mostly about the flop action and the decision, and it's really about when you would widen the range of the villain based on what you've seen him show down in the session, and also some of the comments he's made.
Okay.
So I'm under the gun with 10 of, 10 of hearts, 10 of diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
And it folds around to the big blind, who calls, and the villain calls also, so pretty standard. But the guy to my right, the one who called, who's the straddle, I've seen him show down
Wait a
under
minute.
the gun raise of
Maybe I missed it. You raised pre-flop under the gun to how much?
45.
Okay. I don't think I missed that. I think you might not have said that,
Oh,
but
sorry.
it's okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So you make it 45, and then who calls?
Yeah, it folds all the way around to the big blind,
Okay.
who I've had some history with. He calls.
Okay.
And then the loose player in the straddle also calls.
Okay.
And the one point that I was going to ask your opinion about is I've seen the straddler, who's the main villain. I've seen him show down an under the gun raise with 6-4 suited, and he also showed down a flat call in position with Jack-4 suited. So I mean, I put his range pretty wide.
This is the straddler.
Yep, the straddler.
Plus he's going to be getting a price, right? So he could be defending very wide here. Okay. Yep.
So I have 2 10s, 2 red 10s.
Yep.
And the flop comes 10-7-3 all spades.
Okay.
And check, I bet 65.
Okay.
The big blind raises to 160.
This is the guy. This guy isn't really out of line, right? The big blind.
He's a young Asian player who typically, because it's match the stack, he'll look for the table that has a lot of action and buy in for the biggest stack. He's very competent. And in this session, he's moved me off a couple hands where I c-bet, and when he check raised me, I didn't have a ton of equity. I just let it go. So he's seen me let go of a hand or two before. So I felt like that's what he was doing again.
Well, this is interesting here because you have top set, right? I mean, this guy doesn't really have a whole lot of 2-pair here because you block a lot of the 10s, so it'd have to be like 7-3. You know, when you do have top set on a monotone board and then someone's basically putting action on you, like raising you, they actually have a flush a lot when you think about it, especially on a board where there aren't a lot of 2-pair combos. I mean, he's sort of in the big blind. I know that, so he might be a little bit wider. But, I mean, I'm not saying I'm folding. I'm just saying keep that in mind. I would play this hand sort of with caution here. I mean, I guess he could have, like, you know, how often are people making this play with, like, ace-9 with the ace of spades, ace-jack with the ace of spades? I see a lot of calls there with ace-high. So, I mean, that's sort of my thinking so far. So he makes it 160.
Yeah, and then the wild player who I consider to be the main villain, he makes it 360.
Okay. But everybody's 2250, right? Effective?
Yeah, I'm the smallest stack. Everybody's, I'm 2250, and they're much higher than me.
I mean, I still think at this stack depth, you can easily call if you think you're behind. Because 135 was plus like 150, and then 215, 370, and then 370 looks like 730, 300 for you to call, something like that. So 730 in the pot, 300 for you to call. Yes, obviously the big blind can reopen the action. And if something happened where, like, you called and the big blind moved all in and then the other guy folded, you could maybe make a case, obviously, for folding if you're not getting the right price. But once you call a check raise 3-bet, that's going to freeze a lot of the action. I mean, the big blind isn't really supposed to re-raise with anything but the nut flush, and probably guys aren't even fast playing the nut flush in the spot anyways. So I would not expect to see a three bet here from the big blind. It's going to freeze a lot. So I would call.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much that answered my question for what to do. The reason I was confused with where to go is because the player in the big blind has made this exact move, putting exactly $100 on my C bet multiple times before, and I've let it go. So I felt like he was trying to make a move on me because he's seen that, and then so I put him on a move, and then the person in the straddle who was super wide, that's the one I want to see if you would widen, what types of hands he could have in this situation. But I think you answered it when you said it's going to be a flush a lot when he makes it 360 off
Well,
of
when
a
he makes
160 check raise.
I mean, yeah, he's not just check raising you. I mean, I don't know how clueless this guy is, but this is like an unbelievable strength. He's three betting a check raiser from a C bet from under the gun. So,
Yeah.
I mean, is he doing that with 7-3? He's probably not even doing that with a set unless he's totally clueless. So, yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
almost always a flush. So, yeah, there's just what ended up happening?
Yeah, I put in 1,000, and the
Wow.
big blind instantly folded, and then the straddle put in the other, put me all in, and so he had a king high flush, and of course I hit a 3 on the turn, so that it wasn't about results. So I wanted to think through the decision, and that made sense what you said.
All right, great, man. Well, glad you won the hand, but you know, you could have been a genius and called and then just got all the money on the turn, right? With the turn
Yeah,
paired,
you don't
right?
think you don't think he would slow down, and it would. I guess it doesn't matter.
No,
Still gonna make
I
the
don't
right
think
decision.
so.
So
I think when a guy like that, when you cold call the check raise to three bets, he probably thinks you've got like the ace of spades, like the ace of spades or the ace of spades. He's not going to
gotcha,
slow down with the three pairs. I don't think so.
gotcha. Okay,
All right,
that makes
thanks
sense.
thanks for the call. Hey guys, if you like what you've seen here, please click on the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video. And if you want to check out crushlivepoker.com for the first month free, use the code YTA100. Click on the link right there.